Alright, I've colored this fishing line blue so in hopes that it's more visible in the camera. Took a Sharpie and ran it through if you're wondering why. I'm going to show you how to tie a dropper loop. A dropper loop is another very common knot in fishing. It can be used in different ways. It can be used on a catfish rig, it could be used on a flounder rig, it could be used in bass fishing. You could tie a dropper loop in a weight and keep your bait stable in one spot and still have mobility over your bait, which is really good for spotting bass. So here's how the knot goes. You're first going to just take your line, leave yourself a tag end on the bottom, cross it over each other, and get yourself a nice about 8-inch loop. About like that. You're going to take one finger and create a gap at the bottom of this loop and pinch it, both ends, and make sure there's a space between them. Now you're going to start taking the line and wrap it around itself. You're going to take it around and come underneath here with your bottom finger on your other hand and grab this same opening and hold it in place as you take your other hand and loop it around again. You're going to want to continue this process a few times. It always depends on what test line you have. I'm going to go about, this is about 20-pound test, and I'm going to go about 5 times. Okay, so when you get your loops there, you should have some wraps on both ends and an open hole in the middle. Pull that loop and get it in the middle and pinch it. Take that loop and run it through that hole that you've been keeping, as so. So it'll look kind of like this. Then you're going to want to take both ends of your line in that loop and pull on it. It will start to close up on you like this. And as it goes closer and closer, as soon as those lines meet, that's when you want to wet your line up with your lips so there's no tension, and then cinch that thing on down. It should pull really tight. You should have both ends stacked up with those wraps evenly, not crossing, and just make sure that thing's tight. Now with this part, you could either put the loop through the eye of the hook and put your hook back through the loop and just keep a hook on it like this. That works great for when you catch catfish. If you're trying to catch a bass with this rig, you would cut one end right here, as so, and free that up, and then now you've got a nice drop shot rig or any other type of rig that you want to run on it, and you would just tie your hook or bait right here with a weight on the bottom. That's your dropper loop and a little bit more about it.